So in today's video, we're going to talk about Carvana. Is Carvana going to go bankrupt? I really think they will. If they don't, it's going to be a Hail Mary pass. It all depends on who is actually going to bail them out. The thing is, they need to be infused with so much money for 2023 to be able to keep up with everything. It just does not look good. Forbes even came out with their idea of what was going to happen. Um, and like they said on just their key things about Carvana and whether or not they're going to be claiming bankruptcy because their stock jumped and then went down. But it's definitely not looking good for Carvana for the simple fact that you can't take a business that hasn't made any money since it's been open and think that you're going to do something. You have one profitable quarter, and they made a big deal about this having one profitable quarter, which makes no absolute sense. And then for a company to turn around and buy Odessa auctions, they said it was because they could use it for their remarketing of the cars. They could actually auction cars off. They could uh, clean up the cars, do what repairs needed to be done. You shouldn't have to do that as a car dealer where you're selling cars because you should be able to decipher what's a good trade, a bad trade. But the problem was with Carvana is they relied on the customer that was buying a car. If you were trading your car in, they're relying on you to do a condition report on your car saying what the good stuff is, what the bad stuff is it worth it, is it obviously everybody thinks their car's the best, so that's what they're going to put in the condition report is my car's the best and there's nothing wrong with it. So by the time Carvana gets that car, they're stuck with whatever it is. It could be a complete and total piece of crap. Um, so that was the downfall there of their model. Was their overall model good where you had no contact buying? Well, obviously, Carvana took off during 2020, during the lockdowns, where no one could go to dealerships or things like that. They would sit in front of their computer, they would order a car, and here it comes. Um, they did their little vending machine model where you could go in there with a little coin or a token and you watch your car come down the little vending machine or they would deliver it to you. So, was it a good idea? Maybe, um, but not for the people that want to actually see things, touch things. Like me, there's a lot of people that want to buy online. I'm here in my store where I can actually look at something and touch it and see if I like it. You buy something online, you don't know. You really don't know what you're getting unless you've bought it before or somebody else got it. But when it comes down to a car, no two cars are alike at all. Um, so you start looking at, Carvana stock was worth $377 in 2000 in August of 2021. It is just now, I think, over $4. So what caused a lot of that with the stock issues? Well, they were running into money problems, obviously, because they didn't have any profitable years. Then all of a sudden, people started realizing I'm not getting my license plates. I'm not getting my tags for my car. I'm riding around on a temp tag that's way expired. Um, so they can only issue you one temp tag. And what was happening is they were having to issue several other temp tags, which meant if you got a temporary tag in Michigan, you're only going to get one. You're not going to get two. You're not going to get three. They had to go to another Carvana to be able to get you a temp tag from Nevada or something sent to you. And why is this? Because the states were not getting the tags and registration. They were using the excuse that motor vehicle was behind. Some motor vehicles, yes, they were behind. But the thing was they weren't paying the fees. Carvana wasn't paying the fees because they needed the money. So what happens? You have the father start selling off his stock. As he's selling off the stock, they're offering more. He's making millions, billions of dollars off this stock. And people are just buying it because Carvana is the way to go. Then all of a sudden, the stock just went out. No one was looking at Carvana's making no money. So, but they're just interested in, some people are interested in making easy money. There is no such thing as making easy money. You gotta look at what you're investing in. Don't just buy into certain stocks. But anyway, um, Carvana's stock just continues to go down. So back at the end of 21, Carvana was looking good at their second quarter. That's pretty much when their stock was at the highest, which is a shame because they kind of manipulated things to get the stock up that high. Plus, a lot of people were buying cars just because of COVID, not going to the dealerships. So, how did Carvana go so fast into the toilet, right? So, they spent $2.2 billion to acquire Odessa Auctions. I don't think if you're not making any money that you should be doing that. But like we said, they figured they were going to be able to cover that expense in remarketing and being able to sell the car. It's not working out. So now they're looking for people. They're looking for more investors because right now, as it looks, if they're not infused with any money in 23, they don't have enough in their pockets to be able to do this. They have $666 million cash on hand. Okay, total liabilities at the end of September were almost $9.25 billion. This isn't going to happen. I mean, there's no way that they're going to be able to do this unless someone comes in and says, this is what here, we're just going to invest a ton of money on a company that has just been shitting nothing but garbage. So you just can't, I don't see how that's going to happen. Now, should the father bail this company out? I believe so because he made a lot of money by dumping the stock. If he was really concerned, which I don't think he is, because I personally believe this was just nothing but sucking money from whoever invested in there. Do I think it's against the law? Do I think there's something? I think there was a lot of shady stuff that went on with this. Maybe it grew too fast, but look, if you're going to sell stock and you know you're going to make all this money and you're just going to watch this business go bankrupt, the companies, the banks that have invested or that have taken these loans, they've gotten together to try to figure out how this is going to work. Carvana claims bankruptcy, there's going to be a lot of problems and issues. So keep an eye out. It's going to be pretty interesting. And I'm going to be really interested in what happens with the used car market when this happens because they have so many vehicles. And if they have to push them off to auction to make more money, trust me, it's going to hurt the used car market big time. If somebody doesn't save this company, it's going to happen. Them selling some of their locations and leasing them back just to get some actual cash on hand, that's probably the best thing to do because that's what they've done just to get extra cash. But I don't think they can only sell so many places. So we're going to see what happens, and we're going to go from there. And I'm going to keep watching diesel fuel prices because they keep dropping. So we might touch on that a little bit on the next video. But until then, I'll see you on the next video. And hopefully Carvana doesn't drop your used car price too far. We'll see what's going to happen in 23.